Oh man, we got a special one for you today, man. Court Cam, one of my favorite shows. We got the top 5 most outrageous Court Cam outbursts in that thing. We got a special guest with us, my boy, your boy Stokes, Big Stokes in the building once again. You know what I'm saying? And you know who it is. It's the Gatekeeper Sizzle.
5280 Mystic.
Gatekeepers Media in this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and react to this now. Come on, let's go.
It's only 2 things I need, my family and my team to ball. They the ones that keep me up, and now we pinned against the wall. Almost lost it, skeletons in my closet. That's why I'm caught.
First, we take you inside the Fresno County Superior Court in Fresno, California for a sentencing. 35-year-old Curtis Travis has been found guilty of murder, robbery, auto theft, and hit and run. Nearly 2 years earlier, Travis and 24-year-old Stephen Stowers broke into a family's home and stole a laptop, cash, and keys to a pickup truck.
Give it meth head.
The 2 men sped away, driving through red lights, before crashing into another vehicle. The driver of the other vehicle, Heliodoro Revolcaba, was killed in the crash.
What's this nigga name?
Travis was seen on
Rebiokia? Goddamn, this nigga
sped
sound
away,
like
driving through red lights, before crashing into another vehicle.
Rest in peace, Redokia.
The driver of the other vehicle, Heliodoro Revolcaba, was killed in the crash.
Rest in peace, my boy.
Travis and Stowers fled the scene on foot, but were arrested a few weeks later. Through blood evidence found in the truck, investigators determined that Travis was the driver of the stolen vehicle, though both men were charged in Heliodoro's death. They both pled not guilty.
Not guilty.
Stowers was found guilty of robbery and theft, but his murder trial ended with a hung jury. That was not the case, however, for Travis.
Yeah, they knew he had.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Curtis Wayne Travis, guilty of first-degree felony murder.
Oh, breaking.
He was convicted on all charges. Today at sentencing, the 2 men appear before Judge Kent Hamlin to learn their fate.
How do you get put in
a
that
neck brace and has a black eye because of a headbutting incident with a jail deputy.
Hey, beat the shit out of
Also
him.
in the courtroom is Heliodoro's family, including his niece, who delivers a victim impact statement.
He was the most wonderful man, father, husband, uncle. A very important life was taken. And I just hope that you guys learn from this experience, because that's what my uncle would want.
First, Stowers is sentenced to 6 years and 8 months in prison for robbery and theft.
I figured.
As for Travis, because he has a long criminal history, the
yeah,
prosecution is asking for the max, life in prison for first-degree felony murder.
Oh, yeah.
But before the judge can even begin, Travis lashes out.
Please, take me out of here, please. Take me out of here, like I asked.
Sir, you're going to be here for sentencing.
Still upset, Travis begins shouting about the blood evidence from his trial.
The blood showed that I was in the passenger seat. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Evidence!
I understand your argument, sir.
Yeah.
And it's not convincing.
And when the judge tries to continue, Travis has another outburst.
Of course, come on. I'm sitting in prison for the rest of my life for some you do.
Travis has words for almost everyone in the court, including Heliodoro's family.
Just like the family over there, they're happy. That's not what your brother or whoever he was. He didn't want me to like.
By now, 10 deputies have entered the courtroom, some with tasers, as Travis struggles to contain his emotion. While Travis continues sobbing, the judge allows his mother to deliver a statement to the court.
He didn't go out and take a gun and shoot somebody. I mean, it wasn't like he did it on purpose. I just apologize, and I'm sorry for everything. That's all I can say.
Damn.
When she's finished, Judge Hamlin offers a statement of his own.
If you make the decision to invade someone's home, and you then selfishly put others at risk in your flight from the scene and someone dies, the fact that it's an accident doesn't change how dead Mr. Rubalcaba is or how much it hurt his family. Punishment for that crime is and should be life without the possibility of parole. And I would hope that if one young man makes a better choice to change their life before they find themselves where Mr. Travis is today, then Mr. Rubalcaba's life would not be as lost to me.
Damn.
I gotta have that hope.
Damn.
We all do. So otherwise, this is just a tragedy. To no end.
The judge sound like he didn't even want to give dude that.
When finished, the judge officially sentenced Travis to life in prison with no chance of parole.
Man, damn.
Whooped him.
Next,
Geeky is
we're in
over.
Jacksonville, Florida, for an arraignment hearing. 24-year-old Rakeem Michener is accused of kidnapping and 2 counts of sexual battery.
Oh.
4.5 years earlier, a woman riding her bicycle through the 5 Points neighborhood of Jacksonville was attacked by 3 men, dragged behind a building, and raped. DNA evidence collected did not match up with any existing offenders, and police had no other leads. The case went cold for 4 years until a national database matched the DNA samples to 20-year-old Stanley Armitage, who had recently pled guilty to home invasion in Oregon.
So this shit happened when the nigga was 16.
When questioned,
he was a kid.
So he did this when he was 16.
He was a kid when he did it, yeah.
And he got caught on something totally different.
Later
They
on.
took his DNA, that shit clicked in the national
In the
database.
system.
Boy.
It's a tricky
You
situation.
hear me?
Sticky situation.
about the Jacksonville sex assault, Armitage confessed and implicated 2 other men, Michener and 19-year-old Martin King.
They was 13.
You old rat ass nigga.
They told on the niggas they did it with.
They was not but they was 13 and 14.
Yeah. They was kids, and you now in our 20s, and you taking me down for it.
Sheesh.
But it's like either way it go, it has to happen. It's just,
but wait though.
damn.
I wonder how they gonna charge them though? Like, are y'all gonna charge them as adults for something they did as juveniles? How y'all gonna charge that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
They can't go to juvenile prison.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what they gonna do?
That's it. But the thing
Like,
is,
there's statute of limitations on rape.
it has to happen. I'm
not trying to bring them off. I'm just saying, like,
it's just
damn.
tough. It's tough because you're right, bro. You're right.
Bro,
Like,
the other 2 niggas, he the DNA that got collected. Like, I'm like, he the one you want. Yeah,
I work out in the face.
I live here, pay cash. He the one you want.
That nigga said I work out in the middle of it, me.
It was not me.
You what?
It was you.
I ain't I wore a condom.
Man.
And sexual assault and rape is not a joke, but
Yeah.
that
No,
nigga
facts.
did get them other 2 niggas caught. That is fucked up, but it's kind of like
No facts.
dumbass.
If you really wasn't involved, go ahead, turn yourself in.
Hey, no facts.
Dummy.
Facts. They good.
Armitage and King were both charged and held without bond. Michener was charged, but was already in prison for an armed robbery he committed in Jacksonville a year after the raid. Today, Michener is appearing before Judge Charles Coffer for a routine arraignment. But things take a turn when Michener suddenly lashes out.
What, the 20-year-old nigga?
That's when I did the actual rape.
Michener begins yelling, "Leave," repeatedly at the judge. Michener's own lawyer seems surprised and a bit confused by his client's reaction. After then yelling at the bailiffs, Michener's time in front of the judge is over.
Those are in there.
Those are in there big.
Bailiffs forcibly remove him from the court and put him in a holding room as Michener continues to shout.
Is over.
Later, Michener was declared not competent to stand trial and placed in a mental health care facility. After treatment, his prosecution resumed. 6.5 years after the rape, Michener pled guilty and was sentenced to 25 years in prison and 10 years of sex offender probation.
Hold on,
Stanley
bro.
Armitage also pled guilty and was sentenced to 23 years in prison and 10 years of sex offender probation. Martin King took a plea deal and was sentenced to 7 years in prison for aggravated battery. He was.
Hey, y'all know what happened, right?
He told everything.
Hey, but hey, I ain't never seen niggas get that many years, bro.
No,
I know I've seen niggas get it, but I ain't never seen nobody else have to go for 23 years
for sexual assault,
for a sexual assault or rape.
Yeah.
Especially if something that happened to him as a child.
Yeah.
Folks be out in 3 years max and put on that register.
And on the list.
On the list. And they live right around the corner from everybody who watching this and everybody in here.
Yeah,
these niggas got 10 years of sex offender probation.
On top of 23 years.
That's crazy. And these niggas is 20. So by the time they get out, they'll be 43, 40. They'll probably be like 30, 39, 40. And then till they 49, 50, be on sex offender probation.
Yeah, sex offender watch.
That's crazy. Probation.
And motherfuckers, just like I said, them other people's getting out fast.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Released in 2020.
He got released in 2020.
Damn.
One record 03CR0288, Commonwealth versus Percy Allen Phillips.
Next, we head to Jefferson County Circuit Court in Louisville, Kentucky.
On behalf of Mr. Phillips, Your Honor, he's present and seated next to me.
A hearing is underway to determine if 45-year-old Percy Phillips is competent to stand trial. Phillips is accused of retaliating against a witness inside the courtroom during a previous trial.
And it would be our position that Mr. Phillips is presently incompetent to stand trial. If we end up in trial, there is no way I can competently even frame a defense. I have asked Mr. Phillips, what do you want me to say or do at your trial? And he won't tell me. He literally, for years, has not said a word.
Before turning things over to the prosecution, Phillips' lawyer issues a warning.
Mr. Phillips has shared that he doesn't know exactly what he'll do in certain situations in the courtroom. He thinks he just may explode.
Now it's over to the prosecution.
Your Honor, it's interesting to remember that at the conclusion of the case, when the defendant was unhappy with the verdict and unhappy with the sentence, he threatened the police officer who testified against him.
Man, you a black monkey.
There you
You up, man. Who the first thing I
They just be doing lame shit. Like the way they do it, the way the whole courthouse runs is like lame.
Remember that just moments earlier, Phillips' attorney seemingly predicted what was about to happen.
Oh, God!
He thinks he just may explode.
After sitting for more than 20 minutes without showing a single emotion, Phillips erupts
You a mother
and heads towards the prosecutor's table.
black.
Phillips is first grabbed by this deputy. What you can't hear on the tape is another deputy in the corner of the courtroom yelling the word taser. This is a signal for the other officer to move out of the way.
Who the first thing I
He didn't have to take a lawyer jump. That ain't oh shit.
Waiting for emergency personnel to arrive, the judge looks around her disheveled courtroom in disbelief.
Percy Phillips, he's laying on the ground.
Percy Phillips is later deemed incompetent, and the indictment is dismissed. This is not the last time Phillips will see the inside of a Kentucky courtroom. While incarcerated, he's brought up on murder charges after his fingerprints link him to a 2-decade-old homicide.
Damn.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to
Buddy
A&E.
been going
Shout
crazy.
out to Court Cam for the footage, but that's wild, bro. Yeah, he wasn't faking that man really out of his mental.
Yeah, I can see. He probably did. Whatever they said he did that shit.
He did that.
Hey, no cap. No cap.
Hey, man. But yeah, man, this has been another reaction video from the Gatekeepers Media. Man, I hope y'all have fun. Like, comment, subscribe, punch that bell. So we can get this, so we can get some more traffic through here, man. My name is Sizzle Fool.
5020 Mystic.
And it's deep, big Stokes, man. It's going crazy.
Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all, man. Subscribe to my boy stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
You're
2 things I need, my family and my team to ball. They the ones that keep me up, and now we pinned against the wall. Almost lost it, skeletons in my closet. That's why I'm calling.